Yeah, I know this sounds weird, but I don't decide. I really don't decide. People always say, "Well, how'd you become an author?" I go, "I'm not an author. I'm not. I'm a practitioner." So, and this is kind of the. I mean, if you want to know, uh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry to say, if you want to know me, I always say the work writes the books. And what I mean by that is, I spend 100+ days a year in war rooms with CEOs and leaders and their teams and companies, and in working on reality issues, right? Things that really are real. And what happens is, and it's always happened since my first book, there are things emerge from the work that just talk to me. These issues will just say, "Hey, look over here," and I find myself having the same conversation over and over and over in a season, and it's like God is saying, "Dive more deeply into this," and so I was getting called into so many scenarios where, and it might be an acquisition, it might be doing a deal, it might be with a board and a leader, it might be in coaching a CEO, and you look at the what's going on in the business or the organization, and so at some point you're going to get into an issue about trust. I mean, even something as simple as delegation. Delegation is an inability to trust. That's all it is.
Yes.
You got to let go and let somebody go do it, right?
Yeah.
And so I kept finding and so I started going deep into the research, neurologically, biologically, psychologically, spiritually. What makes trust work? What breaks it down? How do you fix it? Why do we have false positives? Why do we hit the trust button when we shouldn't? Conversely, why, when we should hit the trust button, do we hold back? And I started studying it. And so I developed this model actually many, many years ago. And it worked with teams and CEOs and enterprise wide. I mean, with organizations that have hundreds of thousands of employees, taking this model down throughout all their teams and all of that. And then finally, it just kept kind of popping up to now's the time. And so that's really how it happened. I don't go sit on a rock and come up. I'm not smart enough to, I wonder what I should write. I don't know. The work tells me. The work tells me.